Good morning from Canada.
And good evening from Taiwan.
In today's video, what we're going to be talking about is how to manage your fights in a long distance relationship. And primarily, we're going to talk about
Jealousy!
we're going to try a different format. So right now, I'm holding my phone. We're actually video chatting right now. And since we're not together and we want to make YouTube videos, I thought this would be a good way to do it, right?
Yes.
We're testing it out and see how it goes.
Hope it will be fine. Finger crossed.
So today we're gonna give you guys examples of where we got jealous, and what we've learned from it, and advice as well on how to prevent it. All right. And our very first example, go for it.
As from my side, I was so sad with him. Okay. So there was one so dramatic. I'm gonna cry right now. Okay, there's one time last year, I think, we were having video chat, and all of a sudden, a girl I've never seen, never met before, walked into his room and directly sit in his bed. I was like, "Hello, what's going on?" And I said, "Oh, she's my friend." And I said, "Oh, hello," but inside my house, like, this is so weird because we don't normally see in other people's bed, right? So I was texting and I say, what the fuck? Why there's a girl sitting in your bed? Plus, I've never even been to your room, or don't mention about sitting in your bed, and she's doing that. And that was so awkward because she's like, "Oh, is she texting you?" So she went next to him and I saw the paragraph. So yeah, I type a paragraph, and she's like, "Oh, no, we're not like that. I'm not doing something bad." And she went out. I was like, and I was so mad because I was like, "You even let her let her see your old message from me," and I got really upset. Right? I was so upset.
Yeah, she was really mad, and I was like, "What's wrong with this?" So, backstory is that I live in a house and I have roommates, and it was actually the time where I got back from the Philippines. Like, we had our trip together in the Philippines, the very first one in November, and I was telling her about like how our trip went, and like I was showing her pictures and footages that we shot together, and like I was like, pretty much I was telling her about us, the trip, and she was very like, Grace was really upset. Yeah, it's one of the first big fights that we've had in terms of jealousy. So this was early on in the beginning in the relationship.
Yeah, I have to say that it's not easy, but you're gonna try to learn it. Calm yourself down before you hear him out. Because I was overthinking too much. I was like, are they doing something that behind me? Or are we gonna have a breakup? Or I was like crying and yelling and like so mad. But it actually is not necessary. It's better to hear him out before you have all those negative reaction. Right?
Yep, and same goes to me. Like, I thought I was like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like everyone here in this house is good friends. Like, it's okay. But at the same time, listening to her, I was like, oh, if that happens to me, I would be in the same boat. I was like, I would be upset. I would be super mad. I was like, what's going on? Right? And one of the things is that I mentioned her to Grace before, but never seen her really, like doesn't know much about her. So that's why I was like, okay, like there's really nothing wrong. But come and listening to her, I was like, okay, in her side, yes, that can be really like, that's why she was upset. So I understood why. And yeah, it's just listening to her before, putting my stand. Like, she's telling me how she's upset and everything, but at the same time, listen to her and understand. Put yourself in their shoes, in your partner's shoes.
Yeah. That's true.
Right?
That's true.
And we're fine now.
So anyways, anyways, we got over that. We talked about it after conversations. Here we are.
Still
Happy
doing fine.
together. Second example comes from my perspective where I got jealous. She was out with her friends at one point, and normally she would text me like not very often, but like once in a while. Like we would have like short conversations in between. But this time it was like very scarce, like 1 or 2 texts, and I was like, what's going on?
Because I was listening to some gossip. I was too focused.
I know. And with I'm not usually like that. Like I kind of like let her enjoy her time, but like that time I was jealous. Like I was sad. I wasn't mad, but I was just sad. I was like, okay, I guess they can have their they can have her attention, but not me. So she noticed, and I told her what's happening, and like she talked, like, she comforted me, and then I was like, yeah, that's true. Like I don't even know why I had that feeling. I guess I was just jealous.
Yeah, I think it's all because the distance. I was like, oh, why he's so mad. So yeah, I can't understand, because normally like he said, I would keep texting him like what's going on and who said something and what were we doing. But that time I was really too focusing on like, oh, this is new. I never heard something like that. I was like, I'll tell Vic later. But I was like, oh shit, I forgot to reply him. So he was so mad. Not mad, but sad, right? Yeah, we talked about it, and it was like, there's nothing big happening right now, and you always have all my attention for real.
It's just one of those things, like one of those days. Like jealousy is normal in a relationship. Like too much jealousy is definitely toxic, and like it's definitely dangerous to your relationship. Like a normal amount of jealousy is fine, because like that means that you just miss them, and like
Care about it.
Yeah, you really want them.
Yeah.
Right? But over too much is too much. Don't go overboard. Yeah, at the same time, it's like distance. Like distance will make you feel jealous, not because of the person itself. Like I wasn't, like the root of it is that I was jealous because I'm not there. Like I'm not the one beside her. Right? Like it's about like the distance. Like why can't I be with her and her friends, or like why can't I be that person she's hanging out with because of the distance?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
It's not because you're jealous of the person, or like you're I don't know, you kind of is threatened by them. It's because the initial cause of that is what we think, right? It's what we think, that it's because of the distance that makes you want to be there. So lesson learned for me is that to just be more patient, like, just be like, always have her time, and in the end, she's gonna come back to you and enjoy her time with you once she's all free and like not doing anything, or if you have a dedicated time together.
Yeah, plus I'm sure when you're with your friends, you won't take like whole day or like all of your time. You can still talk to the other half once in a while, for sure, to make them at least know that you're safe. You're safe from home, or you're safe that you're already home, or what's gonna happen.
So those are the 2 examples where I got jealous and she got jealous, and yeah, it caused a fight, but we worked it out, and those are the lessons learned as well. So we've got a few advice for you guys to deal with jealousy in a long distance relationship. So the very first one, baby.
Don't do something to make them suspicious.
A good way to put this is that don't do anything that you think your partner might get upset about. So let's say you haven't replied for the whole night you're out. And to me, what I care about most is that she gets home safe.
Yeah. Safety.
Yeah, and one thing to put this as well is that don't do anything that will make your partner upset or suspicious. There's a fine line between trusting and being paranoid, and you gotta balance it out with the two, right?
Yeah, plus it only take you couple second or couple minutes to show the other half where you're going, what you're doing, and who you are with. So for me, I'll take a short video chat with him, like saying, "Oh, Patty's here, someone is here," or if the environment was too loud, I'll just take a group picture to see who else is here to make him feel like, "Oh, I'm with someone," and we're gonna be fine.
But yeah, to kind of put it short, don't do anything that your partner might get upset about because it's just not worth it. Like both of you will have to worry about that and have to argue, or it might just tire you out when it's not necessary.
Yeah, you don't want to spend like more effort on how to make it up. Instead of you can have your sweet time.
Yeah, you can prevent it and have a sweet time after that.
And the second advice that we want to share is that acknowledge their own time with their own friends, because even if you're in a relationship, you still have your own life. So to me, my example was I got jealous because I was like, why is she not paying attention to me? But at the same time, I suddenly, like, once she talks about it, and then I realized, I was like, I don't usually act this way. I just got jealous.
Yeah, the reason why we mentioned that still like the other have to have some time with their friends or families is because, first of all, they can feel less lonely since you guys have distance. You can be next to each other that often, so they can still have some fun from others, right? And you can. Oh.
What you do? Yeah.
They can share more. You guys can have more topic to talk about. Like me and Vic, we will talk about my friends, like what's going on among my friends, or he will share like what's going on in his family, or sometimes we can talk about things. I don't know, just more topics, I guess. So it's a good thing that you still have your own life, since you have this distance anyway.
Yep. It's always respecting their social life, they're respecting their own time with their own friends, and it works for both ways because it balances out everything. Like you can't invest too much in a relationship and be just like spending all your time in the relationship. In order for you to build a bigger and better relationship is to trust them and build those building blocks and have them have fun, right?
Yes.
Like have them do their own thing. Don't constrict them in your relationship because that will hurt the relationship. Last but not the least, this is definitely the most important part, is to communicate,
Yes.
express your feelings, and always
Listen.
always listen to your partner. Expressing your feelings is one thing, but listening is the top priority. If you learn to listen and where they're coming from and listen to their feelings, acknowledge it, understand it, and do the same for both. Like it's a two-way street, not just one person. Always both together listening and expressing your feelings. That will prevent fights from jealousy. Because jealousy is a distance thing where to me, like personally, I'm not jealous of the person. I'm jealous because I'm not physically there. Why am I not? Yeah, in this situation, like there's sure, like we all have our time with our friends. Let's say girls' night, guys' night, whatever it is, like friends' night. Have their own
Family
time,
night.
but with distance, it's hard. It's like it's always the root cause of it, the distance. But don't let it, like there's things that we say now that you can prevent jealousy from being a bigger fight or a bigger argument.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, I miss
Anything
him
you want to
even
add
more.
to it?
I miss you.
Huh?
I said now I even miss you more.
Yeah, I know. I miss you too.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it is really important to listen to the other half. I mean, you both want this relationship, right? So listen to what his or her feeling is really important, since you care about each other and you love her or him. So yeah, try to listen before any reaction.
So that's about it, and this is how we think you can prevent. These are just helpful tips on how to prevent fights and big arguments in a long distance relationship due to jealousy. We think jealousy is part of every relationship, not just long distance. But in long distance, it's more prominent because of the root cause, the distance that we have. And if you guys have any more advice about jealousy, feel free to comment down below. We'd love to learn more on how you guys deal with it and maybe apply it to us as well, because it might work and outside perspective is always good.
Yes, just comment here and we will reply soon.
So yeah, and let us know as well if this is working out. Like, we want to create videos, like we said in the beginning of the video, but we're just video chatting and we're filming separately. See if this works, because I don't know, I want more time with you. Well, I want to make videos right beside her, like right here, but
we got this distance.
This is the main cause of it.
If you guys like this kind of video and you can have more questions for us, then we will give some advice from our experience.
Perfect. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
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 I'm still here. Have you finished recording? Oh, this is awful.
No, because it's right there. Like, I can't.
Okay, Stranger Things time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.